What if I told you the Amazon rainforest isn't what we think it is? For centuries, we've seen it as a vast, untouched wilderness, a green ocean of nature. But that entire picture is about to be shattered. Recent discoveries, hidden from the world until now, have revealed something so mind-blowing it will completely change history as we know it. We're talking about secrets buried for thousands of years, evidence of lost worlds and technology that shouldn't exist. This isn't a movie. This is real, and it's happening right now. Today, we are counting down the 7 most shocking new discoveries from the Amazon, starting with the unbelievable and ending with the absolutely impossible. Each one is bigger than the last, and I promise you, by the time we get to number 1, your view of the world will be completely different. Lost cities hiding right under our noses. Scientific breakthroughs that could save humanity. This is the biggest reveal of the century, and you are here to see it first. We're about to peel back the leaves on the greatest mysteries on Earth. Let's go. Kicking off our countdown at number 7 is a discovery that is both a blessing and a terrifying curse. Scientists using new deep-ground penetrating radar to map the Amazon basin's geology stumbled upon something they never expected. They were looking for water tables. They were looking for ancient riverbeds. Instead, they found one of the largest completely untapped reserves on the planet. Billions of barrels of oil, veins of precious minerals so vast they could reshape the global economy overnight. It's like finding a buried treasure chest the size of a country, large enough to power continents for decades. A geological jackpot. Initial reports, kept incredibly quiet, suggest the value is in the trillions of dollars. This single discovery could make nations wealthy, solve energy crises, and feed next-gen technology from smartphones to electric cars. But here's the shock. It's buried under the most biodiverse, the most fragile, and the most important ecosystem on Earth. To get to it would mean destruction on a scale we've never seen before. Tearing down rainforests, polluting rivers, displacing indigenous communities. It's a classic devil's bargain, unimaginable wealth at the cost of the lungs of our planet. Which countries have a claim? Who gets to decide if it's extracted? Once public, this could trigger a global scramble, a modern-day gold rush. The pressure to drill and mine will be immense. It creates a ticking time bomb in the heart of the Amazon. Plunder it or heed the warning. This isn't just about money. It's a moral, ecological, and geopolitical dilemma that affects every one of us. That's why this sits at number 7. The wealth under the ground is staggering, but what we're about to show you on the ground is even more valuable. Coming in at number 6 is a discovery that could literally save millions of lives. For decades, the medical world has been terrified of one thing: the rise of antibiotic-resistant superbugs. Bacteria that have evolved to be immune to our strongest medicines, turning common infections into deadly threats. But deep within the Amazonian soil, a team of scientists may have just found our secret weapon. One sample, taken from the base of a strange glowing fungus, yielded something extraordinary. Back in the lab, they isolated a previously unknown species of bacteria and pitted it against their most dangerous superbug samples. The microbe didn't just inhibit the superbugs, it annihilated them within hours. It releases a unique compound that systematically breaks down even MRSA's defenses. Our antibiotics are blunt swords. This is a key that unlocks their shields from the inside and triggers self-destruction. Because it's a totally new approach, bacteria have no pre-existing resistance. It's the breakthrough doctors have prayed for. Surgeries, organ transplants, chemotherapy, all rely on infection control. Without effective antibiotics, they become incredibly risky. This tiny microbe could secure our medical future for generations, though synthesizing it in clinical trials will take years and billions. A powerful reminder that the answers to our biggest problems might be hiding in the very places we've worked so hard to destroy. At the number 5 spot, we have something hiding in plain sight, yet so massive it's unbelievable we ever missed it. Using advanced satellite imaging and LiDAR, scientists detected anomalies, spikes taller than anything ever recorded. They had to see it. An expedition into the remote northern Amazon revealed a new species, the canopy titan. The tallest measured over 88 meters, 290 feet, as tall as a 30-story building. They found an entire forest of them, a grove of titans growing undisturbed for centuries, possibly a millennium. Their branches support entire communities, orchids, bromeliads, even small trees that never touch the ground. Scientists climbing these giants are discovering species of insects, frogs, and reptiles found nowhere else on Earth, a lost world in the sky. The sheer biomass forces ecologists to recalculate Amazon carbon capacity, making preservation even more critical. If we could miss something this gigantic, what else are we missing? There are still giants hiding in the green abyss. It offers a sense of awe and perspective. Sometimes the greatest secrets are towering right above our heads. Chapter 4. Prepare for a trip back in time. Our number 4 discovery rewrites the history of life in the Amazon. We know the megafauna of the Ice Age, woolly mammoths, saber-toothed cats, but many believed the dense Amazon couldn't support giants. A new technique pulls environmental DNA from soil layers dating back 20 to 50,000 years. Genetic ghosts lifted from the dirt. Sequencing revealed DNA that matched no known species. A whole ecosystem of extinct Amazonian megafauna. A giant ground sloth 3 times a grizzly, a massive short-faced bear, and a new toxodon, a hippo-like beast with a horned snout. The Amazon wasn't always closed canopy jungle. Parts were a mosaic of forests and open grasslands capable of supporting colossal herbivores and predators. Imagine 40,000 years ago. The sounds, the sights, the dangers, a completely different world. It solves a mystery. Many plants have seeds too large for any living disperser. The DNA confirms they're ancient gardeners. These giants shaped the forest we see today. Their extinction still ripples through the ecosystem. We can now uncover the ancient bestiary not from rare fossils, but from soil beneath our feet. What other monstrous creatures await in the record? Awe from a world lost to time. But the next item brings us back to the present, to a discovery about humanity's past just as earth-shattering. At number 3, we're going deep underground to a discovery that changes our understanding of the Amazon's lifeblood. We thought the surface river was the whole story. Geophysicists confirmed a second, even larger system flowing thousands of feet below, the Rio Hamza. Not an open cavern river, a colossal, slow-moving flow through porous rock, over 6,000 kilometers long and in places 400 kilometers wide. It moves like a subterranean ocean, over 3,000 cubic meters per second, explaining wet patches and droughts and odd salinity off Brazil's coast. This hidden hydrological engine links deep groundwater to surface forest health. Pollute groundwater in one area and you might poison a slow river that affects a continent, adding a terrifying dimension to drilling and mining. Finding the Hamza is like discovering a new organ in Earth's body, vital and unknown. What life exists there? Immense pressure, no light, alien chemistry. Chemosynthetic microbes may have evolved in isolation for eons. We've mapped Mars better than this subsurface. And yet, our next discovery, built on the surface by hands we never expected, is even more astonishing. Coming in at the number 2 spot is a discovery that literally rewrites history books. We thought the Amazon's poor soils couldn't support large, complex societies, only small, nomadic tribes. LiDAR has uncovered the ruins of a massive ancient city in Ecuador's Upano Valley. A sprawling urban landscape, houses, plazas, ceremonial centers, connected by wide, perfectly straight roads for tens of kilometers. Over 300 square kilometers, with more than 6,000 rectangular platforms, foundations for homes and communal buildings. a true city, over 2,500 years ago. 1,000 years before any other known complex Amazonian society. Engineering feats that required planning, a large labor force, and sophisticated design. Lost city legends dismissed for decades, but this is the proof. The legends were true. LiDAR reveals a human-made landscape that waited for millennia, changing everything we thought we knew about pre-Columbian America. Who were these people? What was their language? Why did they vanish? These questions will drive research for a century. Seeing straight lines and right angles in supposed pure nature must have felt like discovering Atlantis, the find of a generation. We have finally arrived at our #1 spot. We've seen shocking mineral reserves, life-saving microbes, giant trees, extinct megafauna, a hidden river, and a lost city. But this final discovery changes everything. Evidence of advanced landscape engineering on a continental scale. Beyond roads and platforms, this civilization terraformed the Amazon itself. Across the basin, researchers are finding massive, interconnected networks, geoglyphs, canals, raised fields. Intricate systems controlled seasonal floods, turning swamps into fertile agricultural zones, feats challenging even today. They engineered Amazonian dark earth, super fertile, self-sustaining soils still productive thousands of years later. Vast networks of causeways and canals connected settlements over hundreds of kilometers, an integrated grand design. Some networks likely managed fish populations, landscape-scale aquaculture to feed large populations. The Amazon we see is, in part, an ancient garden. Fruit tree distributions match archaeological sites. Orchards still bearing fruit today. It shatters the wilderness myth. These were intelligent engineers, astronomers, agronomists with deep symbiotic knowledge of the forest. They co-created the rainforest, enhancing and enriching it. Their legacy lives in the soil and structure of the forest itself. So let's recap. A $1 trillion reserve threatening the forest, a miracle microbe against superbugs, a hidden forest of giants, DNA of extinct megafauna, a secret underground river, a 2,500-year-old lost city, and proof the Amazon is an engineered landscape. Everything we thought we knew was wrong. The Amazon is not a blank slate, but a complex, layered story of nature and humanity intertwined. These discoveries are the first words of a history being unearthed, one that could teach us to build a more sustainable future. If your mind is blown, smash like and subscribe so you don't miss our next countdown. We've got the 5 most mysterious structures on the ocean floor next. Click here to watch it now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.